The other puppet is who?
The other puppet is my friend William Ruto.
That one.
The pride of Africa.
Oh my God. I love Kenyan people because Kenyan people have integrity. Kenyan people are authentic and they are real. They know how to call a spade a spade. They come out here and they stand up tall and they hold their president accountable.
Yes.
When their president does something that's not right, Kenyans are first to speak about it. A puppet always has an explanation for every move he makes. They are very quick, huh? They move around fast, huh?
Yes.
You know, puppets don't get tired.
No.
Puppets fly in and out.
Yeah.
You know, he just came back from the US.
Yes.
From Biden. And he was criticized about that trip.
About the way he went there, yes.
About the way he went there, what he went there for, his grin while he was there, his behavior, his demeanor while he was there. He was criticized left, right, and center.
Yes.
Obviously, it was in hopes of fulfilling this particular finance bill. And perhaps I can go as far as saying at the expense of the Asians and also at the expense of the Kenyans. He killed two birds with one stone, this puppet. Kenya, Rwanda, Democratic Republic of Congo, South Africa, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger. Where should we go? Let's go to Kenya.
Let's go to Kenya, yeah, I agree. I always thought that William Ruto was a citizen favorite.
Citizen favorite?
Yeah.
No,
I thought he was a popular choice.
No way. He could have been a popular choice at the time because most of these puppets all come out and say, please vote for me. I will be the change that you so desire, that you've been longing for. I will be the Messiah of Africa. I will be the one. Most puppets come out here and make empty promises like that.
Yeah.
Until they're actually in power and then they don't actually perform. But if you want to talk about citizens having their favorite, you should just stumble down here next to the East Democratic Republic of Congo with the Rwandese.
Oh, yeah.
They don't give a shit what their president does to build their country.
Yes, that is a steadfast love for their ruler.
They suppose excellency.
Yeah, yes, his excellency.
Yeah, they love to call that guy excellency. That guy, that particular individual, you know, the recent statement that came out from Felix Tshisekedi, the president of the Democratic Republic of Congo, he said, Paul Kagame deserves more than just being prosecuted in the ICJ.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he said that.
Yeah.
He said that guy deserves more.
Because he's sneaky.
Because of the things that he's done.
Yes, he's so sneaky in his ways, but it's coming out. It's coming out, and the world is seeing that this guy, you're doing things behind the scenes, and you can't hide anymore.
The moment we've started already like this, I know we said that we're going to go to Kenya, we're going to come back to the other puppets, but there's too many puppets in Africa. You have to please give us a break. We'll be stumbling left, right, and center. Except that West Africa, where we are proud of those three countries, you know who I'm talking about. And then we'll bring it all the way down here to the south part of Africa, the country that does not have a name. We'll go there and discuss that particular supposed government of national unity and the different complexities and backstabbing, untransparent stuff that are happening down there. But still with this ICJ. I watched an interview yesterday by France 24, the English version. You guys know France 24. They also have a French channel.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of colonies around this place.
Yes.
You understand, from the top. Talking about colonies, we'll talk about that fire as well. That's Senegal, that's in France doing things.
Yes.
There's so many things to talk about. Perhaps this is just a list that I'm going to tell you guys about what's coming up. Because that fire also is in France, so he went to France to meet with Macron, but his prime minister was recently saying that they want the France troops out. But what is the president doing over there to discuss it in partnerships and all this kind of thing? So France is still there. They're still getting that aid from there. They're still paying their colonial tax.
Yes, France is still very much influencing that place.
Yeah, that place. So that's another thing. So French is very necessary. So France 24 is doing his thing here.
Yeah.
But I was watching a particular interview where this one interviewer from France 24, he was sitting across from the Kagame And he was literally asking him straightforward questions, actually. I was very proud of that. Yesterday, actually. We're talking about 19 hours ago, in fact.
Okay.
Yes. What is your understanding? What is your take that now all the countries are gathering up against you? The West, UK, France, all of these major countries are saying that you should actually face sanctions because of the fact that you are supporting M23 that is present in the Democratic Republic of Congo. What do you have to say to that? Of course, Kagame being the Kagame, he will always beat around the bush, take his time as he speaks and just make excuses left, right, and center. He never answers a question straightforward. He will answer a question with a question. But that is you cannot jump. We need to ask you the question first.
You're the slowness.
The slowness.
But actually, it's the smartness.
Who?
He's being that slow because he's that smart in his sneakiness.
That's not smart at all.
Yeah,
That's
just
very
think,
apparent to me, I think.
I think the tactic of him speaking so slow is it's a tactic. That's what it is.
It's only being believed by selective individuals such as the Rwandese that choose to say, oh, my president. Look, their president is out here doing things in that country, right?
Yes.
So, of course, they will be biased.
Yeah, I get that. But is there really an improvement in the country? I don't see that there could be.
There is, because I don't think the citizens gain anything by coming out here to saying he's done more for us and da-da-da-da. Since that 1994, the citizens themselves have said, no, you don't know where we come from. We've had to struggle for so long, and this particular individual is here, and we want him to stay and be our representative, our leader, our excellency for life. For the citizens to speak that way, there must be certain improvements. There must be things that they see and they agree and say, oh, he's done well.
Yeah, but it can't be that major.
I think it's actually major. There's a major improvement there since that jail of 1994.
Yeah, I would think so, yes.
For citizens to come out like this. Because even that France 24, when I looked at that France 24, when I went into the comments section, I could see how they were in there. They're always present whenever there's any news of their president in the headlines. So these Rwandese have to be honest with themselves. You guys come at me as I speak on these facts. You guys talk your talk and you're out there supporting your excellency. But I didn't even start this. He's in the news. He was in the news last night. They even accuse him directly of these bigger nations accuse him.
Yeah.
You understand? So it's not like we are just out here blowing smoke because we are Congolese. No, it's a fact. These huge powers, these huge countries out there are out here, even in that south. That's why I like Malema, because Malema is straightforward with this. One of the most interesting questions they asked me, they say, is it fair? Is it normal? Is it understandable? Is it believable that should you always win these presidencies, elections with like 95%?
It's not normal. That is rigged. It has to be rigged.
And there's always these stories where these supposed people who stand up in opposition always either get
disqualified
or disqualified is the term. Because I wanted to go raw. I wanted to go raw with it. I wanted to go to the other side. Yes, they get disqualified.
Yeah.
And then he wins by 95%.
Yeah, so there's influence within that system.
And
for every opposition that comes against Kagame is disqualified? No way.
Or imprisoned?
Yeah. Oh.
Yes, or they just disappear. This is absolutely nothing new.
No.
That I'm saying. Everybody says it from different countries. So he is a president that stands there and he has the approval of his own citizens.
That is a great thing for His Excellency. He has 99% approval in his country, but globally he is being scrutinized.
Everybody knows what he's up to, and they have zoomed in on him. They are trying to get as much evidence as they can. Look, the thing is this. If he's guilty or if he's doing these things like this, the truth will come out one day or another. It will come out.
It's
not gonna
starting
last
to.
forever. Even these Mobutu Sese Seko, who these other past dictators, they never lasted forever.
Yeah, because the truth always comes out, and it's slowly, his things are, it's being seen. People are seeing, this Rwanda, it cannot be. You are actually funding a group that is killing another person.
Don't use the K word here. But yes, unaliving.
Unaliving, yes.
So founding, supporting, assisting, all of those traits, he's being accused of that.
Yes.
He's being accused of that by the international community, but by Felix Tshisekedi. So the interesting point here is Angola, as the mediator, has tried its best to try to get these particular leaders to meet, but it's still not happening. So they should start at a very lower level, like with foreign ministers or whatever, ministers of foreign affairs or whatever.
Yeah.
For those delegates to first meet and then eventually for the two heads to meet and to try to come to a solution. But that which that we are talking about here has been happening for decades. So there's no, and he always wants to keep this little presence of like, we are ready to meet, but he never answers questions. He never answers questions.
Yeah.
This Kagame, this Paul Kagame doesn't answer questions. He's a politically correct type of individual, and he answers questions in a whereabout. And that tactic that you spoke of, him taking his time to respond.
Yeah.
He knows that people don't have patience to watch that.
Yeah, that's why he's so slow.
People who, of course, he knows this is mainstream media. Let me answer in a way that will benefit me. If I take my time and I use these big ass gaps between my words as I construct my sentences, the youth will scroll.
Yeah, people are saying, I don't have time to watch this.
Yeah,
Click
because
to
they have
the
a
next
short
one.
span. Yes.
Yes.
So it's
yes.
like, this is a very, but we have to take it. Boring.
Already the brain is switched off. It's like, come on, move on to the next.
It's only us who spend time there and say, speak. I will listen. I'm listening, speak.
Yes, exactly. It's
Be
because
honest.
we want to actually know what you are saying and where you are going with this because,
That France 24 interview was only about 17 minutes to 18 minutes, but I'm very proud of that particular interviewer. And it was the same interviewer who interviewed also Felix Tshisekedi once before. And Felix Tshisekedi, they are Congo. They're like, hey, they're really talking a big game, huh?
Yeah.
Of like operations, like initiatives.
Yeah, but they should. They should.
Asked Kagame that question. Would you be ready for such a situation? He says, he didn't answer it because he never answers.
Around the bush.
But he wants to give causes like any country would be, and it's not only to the people of the Congo. If anybody wanted to attack, of course we would want to fight with everything we can to preserve our sovereignty and or whatever. The only point he only keeps emphasizing is the fact that yes, FDRL, these people are also, they should be dealt with because he's also accusing them of playing a hand in this conflict in East Congo. So that's also some group or whatever. But he likes to focus a lot on the supposed over 100,000 refugees who live in Rwanda. And they've been there for over 20 years.
Yeah.
Saying they are here for a reason. But some of them are also Tutsis, apparently, who's been mistreated in the Congo and all this because apparently they have their origins from Rwanda, so there's conflicts there. There's a there's a xenophobic.
Yes.
There's a xenophobic, how do you say this? Like uprise type of thing that happens there between the people. And those different tribes.
Yeah, I was about to say it sounds like, he actually doesn't want these people in his country. He's not up for that global outreach, like helping helping another country. So obviously he's not going to want to help this country because he's doing something to this other country. So, you know, that xenophobic act, it's alive in his brain.
And the crazy part that he also couldn't answer was just the fact that when they asked him, are the Rwandese army in the DRC in East Congo? Answer the question. He couldn't answer.
He couldn't.
Yes. Are you working with with M23? Answer the question. He couldn't. He'll just be hiding.
He'll say, no, it's not right. I cannot say where the army is located. No, it's confidential.
Yes. The most important thing, and this is where we come in, is the fact that we don't want any form of violence. We don't want war to break out. We believe in diplomacy. So we stand with Angola, who's been trying their best to mediate and to get these leaders or these countries, these heads of states to meet up so that they can start to show some form of progress.
Yeah.
Some sort of ceasefire and negotiation. Get to the table first, talk. Diplomacy always.
Yeah, of course.
That's what I think should always be. That's what I stand for.
Yeah, of course.
Even if, as a Congolese, I would never... And when I say sometimes, Tshisekedi, we need action. I don't necessarily mean military action or military operation. We mean action in terms of like progress. Okay, you went there, you're in Angola, you met with this one, this is what you said, this is what we're proposing, this is what, you know?
Yeah.
Some sort of, as opposed to just these stories picking up and dying down and picking up and dying down on mainstream media. And in the meantime, in Goma, in East Congo, there's just complete chaos and conflict and poverty left, right, and center, and atrocities. Actually, that's the term.
Yeah, it's like I mentioned in one of our previous episodes. They really should just get in a room and talk. I mean, with Angola, yes, continue on what you're doing and trying to get these two countries to get together and talk it out, because diplomacy is definitely the way. There has to be a diplomatic solution.
For these grown-ups.
Exactly.
For these grown-ups.
Sit by a table and talk.
Imagine my kid or whatever comes home from somewhere and says, this boy did this, and his father joined in, and and the next thing I go there and I just start throwing fists.
No. How is that solving anything? That's just creating more issues.
I don't go there. I stay here, and I just start telling people around me. Do you know this guy? He did this, but there's not that direct whatever diplomacy to get out there.
That even prolongs the situation. Sending the DP
makes it worse.
It's like no respect.
Because all these journalists and all these reporters and all these people that keep involving themselves in the story, because we live in a world that's content based. It's about content. France 24 needs these kinds of stories out there, so that they can be out there, monetize on them, create content, travel left, right, and center. It's the world we live in. Attention-based economy.
Yes.
If you can
grasp
attention, you are valuable.
Yes.
So without these stories, without these main breaking stories that drive so much interest from the public, who's France 24? Who's this? Who's that? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
I get
everybody's making money left, right, and center, perhaps even including us to some extent. Yes, but we are passionate about that which we do. We're not just out here to create content. We're not content creators. We're not influencers. We are passionate advocates that stand for unity and world peace, who believe in diplomacy, and we want to see a better world. We want to create a better world for our kids, for the next generations. It's been far too long that Africa has been experiencing such atrocities. And it's not just in the Democratic Republic of Congo. There's many all over the place. Sudan, will come to Sudan too. There's too much.
There's a lot.
Too many puppets out here who aren't doing their job. Jesus. And they're all grown.
Grown folks.
Grown folks. Selfishness. Grown folks who are first to preach, who are first to come out here and give advice. They should be respected and have these titles. ahead of their names. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's that Rwanda. You see that Rwanda's story is so sensitive that we were to begin with Kenya, but that Rwanda just came in like this.
It creeped in.
That's what you call fate.
Yes.
You need to draw awareness to the atrocities that are happening over there, and that Paul Kagame needs to come to the table together with that Felix Tshisekedi. Diplomacy, thank you, Angola. Do your thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Anyway, the other puppet is who?
The other puppet is my friend William Ruto,
That one.
the pride of Africa.
Oh my God. That's the difference with the Rwandese and the Kenyans. I love Kenyan people because Kenyan people have integrity. Kenyan people are authentic and they are real. They know how to call a spade a spade. They come out here and they stand up tall and they hold their president accountable.
Yes.
When their president does something that's not right, Kenyans are first to speak about it.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? They are so vocal with it. They're so involved, especially the youth. I see you guys. Much love to you guys. They agree so much and they have morals, these people.
I fully agree.
Kenyans.
Yeah, I fully agree. And I love that it's the youth that is getting heard. They are taking interest in their country because they are protecting their country for their kids. This thing that Ruto did with their finance bill of 2024, he introduced a bill in, I think it was last month, 2024. May 2024, and it is not being taken well.
There's been a lot of shit, huh?
Yeah, there's been a lot being said about it, and it's just increased the cost of living for everyone.
For every Kenyan.
For every citizen, yes. And it's for a loan that he took out with the IMF only the beginning of this year. So in order for him to be able to try and pay that back.
To repay the loan.
Yes.
With which way did he get this?
IMF, yes.
Hey, International Monetary Fund.
Exactly.
The people that Ibrahim Traoré told to F off. To get up out of here, I don't need your money. The other puppet from the other side, from west to east, said, please come over this side. We can work together here.
Yes.
Yeah, we can work together at the expense of my Kenyans.
And then he's trying to say, no, it's for the better of the country. How is it for the better of the country?
A puppet always has an explanation for every move he makes. For you to really understand this particular William Ruto, there was a little thing I noticed and I watched because I follow all these different puppets. You have to follow them. They are very quick, huh? They move around fast, huh?
Yes.
You know, puppets don't get tired.
No.
Puppets fly in and out.
Yeah.
You know, he just came back from the U.S.
Yes.
From Biden. And he was criticized about that trip.
About the way he went there, yes.
About the way he went there, about what he went there for, and his grin while he was there, his behavior, his demeanor while he was there. He was criticized left, right, and center.
Yes.
Obviously, it was in hopes of fulfilling this particular finance bill.
Yes.
That we are not talking about here. It was to facilitate all that. And perhaps I can go as far as saying at the expense of the Asians and also at the expense of the Kenyans. He killed two birds with one stone, this puppet.
That's what he definitely did, I think, yeah.
But an interesting video I watched of him. He once came out to advocate for the fact that Africa should be united, especially when dealing with different foreign policies. Meaning, currently now, I think there's a Korea-Africa summit.
Yes.
And usually you get these types of different summits. You must think, who's Korea? Right? Korea is just a country there.
Yeah.
And they'll have a Russia-Africa summit. Who's Russia?
It's just another country.
Just one country there. Who's Italy-Africa summit? Like all these different summits that always involve one major country out there. And then all the puppets get on a bus, all the puppets gather to go to this particular one freaking summit.
With the whole continent.
The whole freaking continent. So you get all the different 54 heads of states puppets, gather up, let's go to Russia, Africa. It's like they say, one Putin is having a summit with 54 puppets. 34, 55, I ever made it up there. But it's always looked at, it's always designed, it's always done that way.
It's true, because
Which is crap, right?
Yes.
We've all agreed that it's crap, right?
Yes.
But to my point, Mr. Ruto agreed that that was not a cool way to do things. He agreed that it shouldn't be. If anything, a delegation from the African Union should be the one to represent all these countries at these particular summits.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. That's the Africa that we are fighting for.
Yes.
We want a day where the African Union takes up its role and responsibility and it starts to do things that stand hand in hand with its own name.
Yes.
African Union. What is the purpose of an African Union institution when these countries all gather up like that and go there as individual countries? Mm-hmm. What is a small little Burundi going to talk with a Russia?
You're right.
When a Russia will be looking at, for example, Algeria or Morocco or all these other bigger countries in Africa.
Yeah.
Russia would want to have its interest with the bigger country that has more to leverage and
more to give them.
More to give and to leverage and all this stuff.
Yes.
So let's join forces and represent ourselves as one as we attend these international summits. Mm-hmm. That Ruto once came out said that. And I was proud at the time when he said that.
That's right, yes.
It should be. Makes sense.
Yes, that's the way that is what we are advocating.
Yeah, but he also now holds the record of the puppet that keeps flying over to these different places.
Yes.
So he's going against his own word.
Yes.
It's contradictive.
That's
because he's in Korea now.
He probably said that before he was in power, before he became president.
No,
I'm
sure. He was already president when he said that. He was already there.
Yeah.
But then he would turn around and still fly around. And I also thought to myself, why did he even hire that private jet in the first place to go to the US when Kenyan Airline exists? And Kenyan Airline is one of the most successful airlines in Africa.
Yeah.
Understand now?
Yes.
It's the Kenyan Airlines and it's the Ethiopian airline. I fly with both. It's very nice, especially that Kenyan airline. They have a freaking fleet.
I like Kenya Airways. I've flown with them a lot.
Yes,
yeah.
I've been there. We've been to that Kenya, by the way. Hello, my Kenyan people. What's up? We've been to that Nairobi.
Yeah,
we've been there.
Yes.
We've been there. Even Ethiopian airline, we've been to that Addis Ababa. We're not just sitting here blowing smoke.
Yes.
We've been to these areas. Understand what I'm saying? We've been to these places.
Yes.
Next stop is that Rwanda, perhaps again. Yes. I think we got to shoot a podcast in Rwanda.
Yes, on site.
I responded to somebody like that in the comment section.
Yeah.
Because somebody was, why are you talking so much about Rwanda? Why don't you just worry about the Democratic Republic of Congo and do what you got to do? Why don't you fix your own country and let us Rwandese build our own country? I said, hey, I'm coming to that Rwanda. I consider every part of this African nation or motherland as mine.
Yes.
I'm Rwandese, I'm Congolese, I'm Kenyan, I'm Nigerian, I'm Algerian, and I'm South African too.
Yes.
I speak to them in a language that they don't know.
I'm African.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm from the motherland.
Yes.
So next stop is that Rwanda too. We'll do a podcast right in there, criticize certain things. Some of them will jump in the comment section right there and say, I dare you.
I dare you should welcome tourists.
Those are young minds. Those are young minds.
Yeah.
But that Ruto once found it like unreasonable to have to gather all the puppets on a school bus and head off to Italy or China or Russia or Korea. But today, he's the one still doing it.
Yeah, he's like, I saw the photo of all the African puppets standing with the Korean president, just standing in the middle, all Africa puppets just around him. It's
It looks so disgusting. How come these people don't see this?
Yes.
You look at them and you say like, oh my goodness, look at all my people. They're all standing there and upright, and they never look left, right.
No.
They all stand up straight.
Straight.
And the worst part of these diplomatic pictures, you know, these photos that they take, the ones I hate the most is when, for example, Biden would also be there and you see a bunch of puppets behind him from Africa. And then while they're taking the photo, Biden will actually take time first to turn around like this and look at all the puppets and create some humor gesture like,
yes.
and they all look at him down there like the one in front, like,
He's saying, yes, boss, yes, boss, yes, boss.
and then they look forward again. 2, 3, 1. Oh my gosh, that is ridiculous, huh?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's so messed up. That's so messed up. It's like, what should we look up to?
Yeah.
This is the image that they have out there, that this is how things are supposed to be. It's ridiculous. In recent weeks, Kenya has experienced significant protests against the proposed finance bill 2024, which included several controversial tax hikes. Introduced by President William Ruto's administration, faced widespread opposition, prompting citizens to take to the streets under the banner Occupy Parliament.
Yes.
The winter, we need to occupy this.
Yeah, and it began as a peaceful protest. It began as, it's their civil right to be able to protest something that they don't like.
Yes.
And obviously, the government, they don't like it. And then it becomes different.
Because you get certain individuals that want to take advantage of the system.
Yeah.
Sometimes even the people in law enforcement to take matters into their own hands. And the potential exists then for things to erupt into something that it was not planned for in the first place.
Yeah.
And then they will still come out here as the authorities who are in control of their own particular mainstream media and accuse whoever these protest organizers were and say, you guys, this was supposed to be a peaceful thing.
Yes,
But
exactly.
they instigated the violence or the disruption that they are now accusing the victims for. Again, why are these people protesting in the first place? Don't change the subject. Don't change the subject. We're talking about the finance bill. We're talking about the
Yes.
finance bill.
Yes.
One of these representatives from his cabinet will come and be interviewed on, for example, France 24 and say, this finance bill, and what about they'll try to run away
Yeah.
from the question.
Yeah.
That's how they are. Demonstrations were primarily held in Nairobi, where protesters clashed with police, leading to over 200 arrests.
Wow.
Yeah, clash. What is that clash? At the end of the day, you're dealing with human beings. And some of these citizens are also upstanding, respectable members of society.
Exactly.
Understand? It takes people with integrity to leave their home and say, look, we are Kenyans and we are proud to be Kenyans. We will not let our country be run to the ground. We don't
Yeah.
want corruption in this government. This is unacceptable. We have to stand up for what's right. We cannot allow this bill to pass. It'll mess up our way of life. We have things to do. We
and
have a responsibility to take care of ourselves and to protect the next generation and not allow this country to deteriorate into some chaos. We are going to organize a protest. Those are
Yes.
people who are thinking.
Yes, I fully agree, and I fully agree with what they are doing. They're doing it in a peaceful way because these are the things that are being hiked up is things that people use daily. I mean, things like internet data is being hiked up. Things like, how money transfer, things that everyday use,
Yes.
you do
Basic necessities.
basic necessities. And these are things that should be at minimal interest rates. But
Yeah.
if those things are being hiked up for people living on minimum wage, come on, how can they not be upset? And he's also hiding behind the fact saying that he's removed certain things from coming into the country because they cost a lot. So instead of having them imported, they're going to use local manufacturers. I don't know how true that is. I don't know, but I don't want to even give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't.
The thing is, the citizens are pissed.
Yes.
And this, you don't go and include a tax bill. What about, don't you guys have like an upper class and middle class? Why are the grassroots, why are the low income citizens immediately feeling this?
Because it's a major.
That means he wants to rip the whole country, like take money out of the pockets of every freaking citizen.
Yeah, but thankfully, this bill has not actually been approved yet.
That's why they're protesting.
Yes.
That's why they're already showing you, hey, if you pass this thing, we're gonna take those giraffes, huh? You see that place? You're making money in that tourist place.
That Masai Mara.
I will eat that giraffe. You wanna put me in a situation I gotta, hey, away with this bill.
Yes.
In response to the mounting protest and public outcry, the government withdrew several of these contentious tax proposals, notably the VAT, bread, and the taxes on the sugar, transportation, financial services, and foreign exchange transactions were removed. Additionally, the motor vehicle tax was scrapped, and the VAT registration threshold for small businesses was increased from 5 million to 8 million Kenyan shillings. President Ruto initially defended the tax proposals, emphasizing the need for fiscal sustainability and reducing reliance on borrowing. Look, the point here is this. He's increased this freaking thing just so that he can have money to repay that freaking loan that he took.
Yeah.
And that loan that he took, what was the purpose of taking that loan in the first place? Because that loan, for whatever reason it was taken for, that money was supposed to go somewhere, and the returns of that should have been able to repay that loan. Not for you to then come out here and start taxing people to be able to repay these IMF. Crazy.
It's crazy.
This is why when you don't have management, when you don't know how to do it, when you don't have proper investment and you don't know how you'll invest it, contractors and all this to build people, don't take the money.
Yeah, man.
Don't take the money. You have to have a business plan or a mapped out thing that really that guarantees almost 99%, 90% of this thing working.
Yes, exactly.
Because you're a president, man. Your calculations should be top vibes.
And the advices that you have, you need to change them.
There are all puppets that are eating.
Oh, yeah.
Every single one of them. The reason why we come out here and we praise Ibrahim Traoré for rejecting these loans from the IMF is because we know that it would have probably ended up in the situation that Kenya now finds itself in, with Ruto having to tax its own people to repay these IMFs.
Yes.
These IMFs are laughing straight all the way to the bank because if you cannot repay this loan, we'll be forced to come out there and take up that game reserve you have over there, that forest. It's nice.
Yes.
With everything in it. We want those giraffes. It will now belong to us.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy because on one end, in the West, you have Burkina Faso doing things like grown-ups, like leaders. And on the other end, in the East, you have these
puppets.
These puppets
that are just falling for everything. They're saying, okay, I can ask this one for help. Maybe this one can do it like this, and then we can somehow come to an arrangement. They are just falling for outside help. They're not thinking of how they can use their heads to improve it locally.
I want to know the name of his friend that paid for that jet. Come out here and put the name of your friend, Mr. Ruto. Mr. Ruto, please, come out here because you have nothing to hide. You stand with supreme confidence over there and you speak and say that your friend borrowed this particular plane for you. He freaking chartered it for you. Come out here and give us the name. We want to zoom in on him. We want to see what he does as a businessman or whoever it is and why. In fact, that is already like some form of accepting some form of bribery.
Yeah.
How would you then ever pass a bill that will affect that particular good friend of yours? If you ever, because he must be a businessman. Whoever these friends are, however they make money, if they are Kenyans and they live in that country, they would know. I mean, you guys are on WhatsApp. That's why you can say, look, I'll get you a plane.
Don't worry about that.
You need to go to that White House in style. We need to go that. It would have been a symbol of honor if you had landed there with the Kenyan airline.
Yes.
With the Kenyan fleet. Get the Kenyan fleet to get out there. Let's see Kenya. Not some freaking
UAE plane.
Not some freaking empty banner type of plane. You know?
Yeah.
There's no value in something that's so completely freaking plain at that level. At that level. You are a representative of Kenya.
That is very true.
You should have been proud to use Kenyan's own.
Yes. I mean, it's given the slogan of Pride of Africa for a reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the need to have to chatter this? How do you want to feel on your way there? Basically, they just want to enjoy life.
Yeah.
Because what was the priority in the freaking first place? And you know that this would probably have come with a lot of scrutiny.
And it did.
Still willing to do it. That is so shocking. But I'm proud of the people of Kenya. They are mature.
Yeah.
Kenyans are mature, and Kenyans they have integrity. That's the only word I can really use for them, because they are the first to be in the comment section and say, please talk about my puppet.
Yeah. They are. They're calling
real, huh?
They're calling it out. Yes, they're calling him out and say,
please, can you please speak about my puppet? He went here. They let me know. I say, thank you very much, my brother, my sister. I shall do that. You see what I'm saying? And I'm glad that we agree. And say, thank you, brother. Good looking out. All right, I'll let you know when it's released. Say,
yes.
They are like that. They're easy.
Yeah.
You know, Kenya, the Kenyans believe in Pan-Africanism.
Yep.
They believe in Africans and Africa, and we should be like this. It shouldn't be a puppet. We should be self-reliant and all this, and let's join forces and let's do this. I think they believe the citizens.
Yeah, I do
They're up
believe.
there.
Yeah, because every Kenyan that I have come across or have a conversation with, they're very proud of their country.
Yes.
And they always want to show Kenya in a very good light. And Kenya is a beautiful, beautiful country with beautiful people.
Very beautiful.
Yes, and so they are for unity.
Yeah.
And that is something that's very commendable.
Time to go.
Time to go to the next location.
Yes, that's why I put these glasses on. Because I know they like to think when I put these glasses on. Yes. Time to go to that supposed government of national unity. What government of national unity?
My people.
They are very... we're currently going viral now. Because there's a video I posted last night that's already got them talking like this. It's good.
Yes.
They must hear the truth. They haven't heard the truth in a long time. So we tell them the truth. We say, hey, you have to be careful which direction are you heading? You understand, huh?
Yes,
which
I get
direction
you.
are you heading?
Yes.
The West Africa is out here doing things that's in the spirit of Pan-Africanism. And some of these childish South Africans will come out here and say, worry about yourself. Don't worry about us. If that is true, why don't you take these other ones and bring them back to your place? Why are you coming here? Stop being proud of stuff that was built during apartheid era.
Yeah.
You understand? You want some truth? There's some truth. Some of these black South Africans are out here with a big mouth, talking about the things that were built in apartheid. We want to see some great new things that are built by black South Africa.
Yes,
You understand?
yes,
It's the
exactly.
truth.
Yes,
In the
yes.
same freaking breath, you want to condemn those days, but you want to come out here also and somehow be proud of them.
What? How contradicting is that?
Complete fakeness, man. Complete fakeness. That's why we stand with EFF. EFF that also advocates for some of those statues to be removed.
Yes.
What are those statues still doing up there? Why should these kids walk around and see Young Van Riebeeck statues and all these other statues that that stand for days that we've said that we're putting behind us?
Yeah.
Liberated from what?
Yeah. I mean, I can understand that we have to know where we come from as a country.
Put them in the museum.
Yeah, the museum is there, but there should also be more statues of black people around South Africa, not just of the past, of that era. There should be something of now.
Yes, there's more of the ones that from Afrikaner days and Jan van Riebeeck and all that apartheid times than there is of like the Chris Sanis and the Steve Biko's and the Nelson Mandela. The most famous one of Nelson Mandela is the one at Sandton Square.
Yes.
Yes, South Africa. We've some of these South Africans, they don't know that some of us are more South African than they are. We've touched every single corner of South Africa.
Yeah.
We've traveled all over the place already. We've touched every corner. We've gone all over the place. Even close to that, what's that place? Orania.
Oof.
We've driven past there.
Yeah.
I just didn't know already that.
That was
like, actually, that was my first time in South Africa.
Oh.
In 1991.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. 1991, that's when I first went to South Africa. The year actually that they were
founded.
That Orania was founded. Yes. So that GNU, already politics. There's already politics. What's interesting is some of these parties that they say are a part of the GNU have not really been official yet. This thing is not completely official yet.
No, they are just saying the names they want to say.
this DA, that IFP, and Good, together with the ANC, they've signed letters of intent.
Yes, exactly.
Not the coalition document.
No.
That will solidify the GNU.
No, they are just saying they are intending to form a coalition government or government of unity if all parties agree. But there's this thing now, Helen Zille.
Who is that Helen Zille?
Helen Zille must just go sleep already.
I know her, but she holds a lot of weight, huh?
I think she's the chairperson of the speaker, I don't know, whatever, for DA itself. But she is saying that the new parties that want to come into this GNU, all parties that are currently intended into the GNU, they all need to agree for this party to come in.
Yes.
Not just the ANC. The ANC cannot just invite people. Everybody has to agree.
Yes, that's, I watched an interview by a guy called Charles that was representing the PA. And his explanation of that particular comment that this particular Helen Zille made was that whatever clause that was, whether it was clause 21 or 24, whatever, only comes into effect after all of these parties that are supposed to be a part of the GNU would have signed the coalition document. At the end of the day, when it's finalized, when there's a solidified coalition, and this is it, and we seal it, only then that particular article kicks in effect. As of now, they've all just only signed letters of intent. So should we are interested in this particular GNU, if you would get this, I would get that, we would shape power like this, we would vote like this, these are our supposed policies here and there, we'll meet each other halfway over here, and all that kind of stuff. Maybe perhaps even in these particular letters of intent, they describe certain needs or inclusion of whether they should hold certain position in the cabinet, for example. We don't know the ins and outs of these particular letters of intent and whatever's inside them. But it's just a letter of intent, and this is what has brought certain parties already to the forefront.
Yes,
you understand? But, we like to analyze, use our own thinking, because we can't be out here just believing everything that these people are saying. The fact that it hasn't been solidified that this is the complete, these are all the parties of the GNU, and you already have this supposed Helen Zille or the DA already coming out here trying to say, hey, this is not right, this is not right. Just goes to show you whether there is true unity or who's intending to be calling the shots.
Exactly.
In that supposed GNU.
Exactly.
Helen Zille is already coming out here saying, that's not right, that's not right. They're supposed to inform us first. So they can't just talk about this PA, Patriotic Alliance. So apparently Patriotic Alliance the DA has never been consulted on them. So they just... but mainstream media is out here talking about the PA. Even
PA itself is talking about it.
Is here. We're going to vote for this. They voted in the first sitting as part of the GNU. So how can a party in the GNU like the DA have not been told about this? This is why I said this now makes sense, because in John Steenhuisen's speech at the first sitting, he never mentioned the PA.
No.
That's why I was like, hey, you guys you said it actually.
Yeah.
You said, you call this a GNU. But you guys are forgetting to mention the PA. Exactly. There's already politics there.
You can already see the DA's stance. It's very clear from the beginning. It's no. They are acting like they are the major party. And they are not.
Yeah. There's another addition. What is that one with the FP?
Oh, the FP. Freedom Front.
Freedom Front. Yes, the FF.
FF.
Yeah.
The leader is Pieter Groenewald.
Another one.
Hey.
Another one. Hey, these South Africans. They think I was joking when I said South Africa is playing with fire down there. When I said, hey, this South Africa is headed a funny direction. They're playing with fire. Look at your GNU now. That GNU consists of Cyril Ramaphosa, whose reputation out here is the fact that he's very close to the Oppenheimers.
Yes.
To Stellenbosch. To those people who own everything. those names in that Stellenbosch, those supposed tycoons
Yes.
or moguls, they feature on like the top 10 list of the most richest people in the country. Some of the names that have been used on them was the Stellenbosch Mafia. When you go in there, you go to your Johann Ruperts and the Oppenheimers and there's a whole bunch of
There's
them
a whole
over there.
list, yes.
You want to tell me that these people have no say when it comes to who's representing them in office?
Of
Come
course.
on. So even that Cyril, there's been a lot of
Controversy.
Let's say controversy, yes, controversies, and certain conspiracy theory. You would say conspiracy theory, okay? But yeah, but this freaking picture that's being painted right now here is more loud, huh? Is equaling whatever we've been hearing.
Yes, it's
Because
true.
now you got the Cyril here, and the DA have basically said that they don't want the DA is not interested in a government of national unity if it does not include Cyril Ramaphosa ANC. Not just ANC alone, there needs to be
Cyril.
Cyril there.
He has to be there.
We need Cyril Ramaphosa to be in that ANC for us to go for this. Why?
Why is Cyril so important?
Why? What's the deal there? What's your relationship? Why only him? That's because of the relationship that exists with that Western Cape.
Of course.
With those powers that be. But it's the truth. Everybody knows this. Everybody talks about this. And now, on top of that, Freedom Front. And this other one from KwaZulu-Natal, Buthelez's party, IFP.
Oh, yes.
And all these parties all have ties to these rich families.
Yes, exactly. So it's just...
So all these parties that are currently there, including Good, who's that?
Patricia DeLille.
Yes. So all these parties, including Good, have ties up there with those families.
With those moguls.
And this particular Cyril also has a relationship there. We see pictures. It's loud here. It's right loud. It's here.
For everyone to see, yes.
Yes, and there's no progressive parties.
There's no fight back.
There's no progressive parties.
Yes.
In that particular GNU. They keep hiding under that banner.
Yes, exactly.
National Government of National Unity. But the DA doesn't want. Actually, Steenhuisen said it directly in one of the interviews that he held. I don't know if it was at the inauguration or whatever, where he was saying, we don't want to be with MK. We will not be a part of the GNU if it includes MK or EFF.
Yeah.
Excuse me, EFF also don't want to be a part of you.
They've also said it from the get-go.
They've said it loud and clear.
Yes.
They don't beat around the bush when they speak. When Floyd Shibambu stands up here and speaks about his opinion and where the EFF stands when it comes to this supposed coalition, because that's what it is, a coalition, not a GMU. They say it like it is.
Yes, exactly.
They call it spade a spade.
Yeah, and I'm wondering why also Cyril is taking so long to announce his cabinet.
He couldn't have announced that cabinet until he was sworn in.
But he should have at least had some sort of a plan.
He has it, but he's not going to announce it. He was not the president of South Africa until...
When was it? The 19th.
He was only but a president-elect.
Yes.
Until when he took office... the oath of office, only then, by the power vested in me. You understand? Only then could he come out. Now he's planning it. So he what's the date today?
Today is the 21st. Yes.
21st of June.
Yes.
So inauguration was on the 19th, 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Yes, it's still a weekend.
Yeah, but
It's
you
a
know,
weekend.
like
He's getting his list ready.
negotiations
Today's
are happening.
Saturday.
Friday.
He's chilling in Stellenbosch, maybe. Stellenbosch is that side. You understand?
Yeah.
What's your list? They're about to shock South Africa now, huh? They said, look, let's just go for it. What are they going to do about it? Put Steenhuisen there.
But he has also said he doesn't want it.
Who?
Steenhuisen. He says, I'm not interested in that one.
What do you expect him to say? Of course he's going to play that way. But he's not going to come out here and say, give it to me. He's going to act like, it's about fooling the masses.
Of course, yes.
It's about fooling the public.
Yeah.
It's about saying things in a way that gets you to think the other way. While our intentions is to go this way. You understand? Huh?
Yeah, it's true.
So now he's working my cabinet. What was interesting was that lady that resigned, the Minister of Foreign Affairs. What's her name?
Naledi, yes.
Naledi Mpando?
Naledi Pandor, yes.
Is it Pando?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. Yeah,
I'm not
it.
sure, yeah.
But I'm not sure if it's Pando, but it's
Pandlo or
sounds
something.
like Naledi Pando exists. The combination of those two things sounds like it exists. I've always liked that lady. She's always shown some form of class,
yes,
and knowledge.
Yes, Naledi Pandor, Pandor.
Pandor.
Yes.
She studied in the UK, that one, huh?
Yes,
Because of
yes.
her accent, you can hear that accent.
Yeah, I mean, she's international relations, so
Yeah.
the accent it happens.
She's actually one of the smart people they have in that ANC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's very helpful and she's very smart. I actually enjoyed watching her speeches over the years.
So she can speak without having a teleprompter. And when I always say, if you were built for this, just stand up and speak. Let's hear. It's the language in you.
Yes.
She's one of those that can just start talking here.
Yeah, that's true.
And then she sounds like a law book. Say, okay, this person is thinking of everything that they're saying. All right, she deserves to have the position, to have the title, to be a part of the cabinet. Yes. What's interesting, like I was saying, is the fact that she's just resigned.
Yeah. I don't know if she's just resigned or, it's...
I think...
What?
I hope
What?
that she would be vice president or deputy.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
A woman, that would be very cool.
That would somehow allow the country to face the music of what's happening now and let's move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody would sort of like calm the F
Calm down.
Especially the youth.
Yes.
Especially the South African women. They'll say to themselves, oh, wow. Oh,
That's interesting.
would you have thought?
Yeah.
And then everybody goes to work on Monday.
But this it reminds me of when the inauguration, and because she was the one talking as the people were leaving.
Yes.
And she's funny. She's very direct. We are orderly people in South Africa, so we are expecting everyone to leave in an orderly fashion.
You see, somebody who speaks like that
Yes.
isn't ready to give up public office.
No. I actually.
You understand what I'm saying?
I agree with you. It's like, hey, it'd be a nice reality, huh?
Yes.
If she becomes vice president.
Because where did that authority also come from already that day? She knew already that she was resigning if she was giving up on this whole thing.
Yes, because that is the day that she released that statement saying, I wish the next appointee for international relations all the best. That was the day.
She's going to a higher position. Yeah.
Let's wait and see. But I would be nice.
Hopefully. But what I was saying, for her to speak the way she was speaking, that's not somebody that's done with public office. You understand?
Yeah.
Somebody who's planning to resign wouldn't speak that way. She would just be like, hey, this thing is finished. Let's go, man. I'm hungry. I need to eat. You understand what I'm
Sort
saying?
of like give up already.
I wouldn't take extra initiative to make sure that this shit keeps running smoothly. Fuck, man, it's my last day here, like in office as the foreign minister. Why the hell do I cave this cows down there?
It's true. It's, yeah.
But, please, orderly, please. We here in South Africa are...
Yes.
That's not somebody who's resigning from public office. Yeah, I'll be like, hey, guys, you can go.
Yeah. Go, I don't care, go.
So that's very funny. Let me read. Okay, so that's the GNU.
Yes.
Now, I just scrolled up like this and I saw this beautiful statement about Kenya and I thought I would just read it.
Okay.
Let me see. I hope it's beautiful. I just saw the first line, but we'll see how far it goes.
Okay.
Kenya has a vibrant political landscape with multiple active parties. Kenya, huh? The main political coalitions are k.kwanza, led by the President William Ruto and his United Democratic Alliance, and Izimio la Umoja, led by Raila Odinga, which includes the Orange Democratic Movement and the Jubilee Party, among others. The UDA, part of k.kwanza Alliance, is a center-right party focused on economic liberalism, and conservative policies. The alliance also includes parties like the Amani National Congress, another ANC,
Yes.
and Ford Kenya. I have to zoom in and do my research completely. And this one particular party here that's talking about, what is this? The Kwanza Alliance.
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah.
focuses on economic liberation.
Oof.
Yes,
Sounds
we want
like
economic, because when I hear economic liberation, I'm saying this party is interested in the needs of the people. Just like the EFF.
Yes.
Economic freedom fighters. Enough living in Langa. Are you going to live in Langa your whole life? Are you going to live in Guguletu? You can live there your whole life, it's fine. But under those conditions?
Yes.
No, come on. You should want a better life for you. You must vote for EFF next time at least.
Just try it out.
Yes,
try
not
it
the
out.
same one. 30 years of what? 30 years of the same. No way.
Yeah, but now the people are going to say it's an excuse. We want to see how this government's going to work, how this supposed GNU is going to work. Maybe they still need more time.
This
so they'll
supposed GNU, we wish it nothing but the best. But white people will have to prove us wrong. It'll be the first time now, hopefully we get some white folks out here from that DA, good Freedom Front, together with Cyril Ramaphosa, to really come out here and do things for the millions of South Africans.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, man, it'll be the first time. Let's see. Let's see. Because they talk a big game, huh?
Yeah, it's true.
You know, the crazy and the scariest part of this coalition is the fact that we know that this DA only needed a foot in the door to be able to start calling shots.
Yeah.
Because they come from money, huh? They have money.
Yeah, that's
Let's just
true.
put it that way. All this IFP, all this DA, Freedom Front, good. There's money there, huh?
Yeah.
There's money there.
But DA is the loudest out of all of them.
Of course,
Yeah.
it has to be. It's been there for some time. And so they're really going to want to show these ones.
Yes.
Hey, this is how you manage assets. First of all, leave it in the hands of those minorities that have had it for centuries. Don't do nothing over there. That's what they stand for. Rightful ownership of these people that got it for free in the freaking first place. I want to know, Orania, that land was just given to that particular Afrikaners culture or whoever founded it, those people from, what's his name? Hendrik
Verwoerd, yeah.
Verwoerd, his son-in-law and all these people, they just took that land for free in that 1991 because
Yeah.
the right to have to pay for this land or the obligation to have to buy it or whatever only came after 1994.
Yeah, so they were just given.
Yeah, for free.
Yes.
For free. And then they have our own municipal. Take for free.
And they were given a nice spot next to the river.
I don't know if there's a river. There's a river there?
I think they're close to the Orange River, yes.
Oh, yeah, that Orange River.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go fishing there.
Yes.
Yes. You know that Orania, Northern Cape, it's close to, it's like levels up towards Durban.
Yes, exactly. It's close to Durban.
So Orania is here, and then across here you get Durban. When you come downstairs here, and then you get that Cape Town. So back up here, Durban, Orania, boom, keep going. Over here, Eswatini. Eswatini.
Yes.
And then Eswatini, when you hit these borders, boom, Mozambique. Mozambique. Ooh, Mozambique is nice up there. Yeah. That's very... And Lesotho. Yeah, Lesotho is right there.
The kingdom.
Orania, Lesotho, Durban, Eswatini. Yes, they chill around there, that area. For free, take. And Julius Malema, that was a very interesting court session regarding that firearm discharge case in East London.
Yes.
Yeah. That case has lasted for such a long time. And finally, after years, like almost 6 years now, they've had that session again that they had yesterday on the 20th of June.
Yes.
Yes. He handled them nicely in that court. Huh?
I think that whole court proceedings is actually quite cordial.
Yeah, I like the judge.
She's very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, she was all right. I love the fact that he had to fight for them. for
Yes.
himself. You have to fight for yourself.
Yeah.
He was fighting for himself and explaining, look, you cannot just come and accuse number 2 here when he had nothing to do with this. And look where I'm standing. It was between myself and Larry, who handed me the whatever. And then I just discharged it and then I gave it back to him. Accused number 2 who came in, never actually intersected in between, and that's it. So whatever this prosecution is coming up here with does not make sense. It's unfounded. Doesn't even make sense. After years of the public prosecution being in possession of this video that they themselves introduced in courtroom, they cannot even stop this video at a specific point and say, right here, explain this spot here. Unprepared.
Yes.
Some of these public prosecutions are always just, they never have a case, but sometimes they appeal for nothing. Sometimes they just prosecute you for nothing.
Yeah, I mean, they are overworked also. It's just public servants. They're overworked.
They want to show that they're working.
Yes, it's just a whole lot of paperwork that they want to put on their desk and say, I'm busy.
Yeah.
That they're not really going through everything nicely.
What's that other cat? I reserve the right to call him a cat. That cat that came out here with a green t-shirt, talking a whole bunch of craps about black folks, using those funny terms from back in apartheid days, that cat who's now been suspended from the DA.
Disgusting.
What's that little, why does he must change his name also, Ronaldo. I'm sure Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo himself is thinking, hey, they need to change the name of that boy down there.
What
Ronaldo
is it?
Gouws or
Gouws.
Gouws. It's an Afrikaans name.
Yes, wait. Why did I forget this name?
So him, now that this DA, now that they're facing the heat on social media, they decide to want to protect itself and say, no, we don't have such characters, such traits, such racist traits in our party. We are immediately suspending him.
Yes, Mr.
Damage control.
Renaldo Gouws.
Yeah, don't say Mister. That's not a Mister.
Yes.
That boy. Is that boy, huh? How old
Yes,
is
this
he?
boy.
How old is he?
41.
He's 41. He's younger than me also. That's small boy. Actually, at 41, he shouldn't be. And they keep saying that video is from 10 years ago. At 30, you acting like that.
No.
At 30, you acting like that.
It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. And even it's shameful on the DA. Shameful on the DA. Even if they knew about it, which they did know about this video, how could they even put this guy into the DA? How could you employ him?
It's about connections.
I mean, and then still for that Steenhuisen to say it's in his past. It's his past. He's working through it. He's not that kind of person anymore.
So why did you suspend him then?
Exactly, because it came out.
If you're going to fight and defend somebody, stick by them until all hell breaks loose. And continue to fight for them. We'll respect you for that.
Yeah.
But don't flip-flop. That's why even this particular, what's my guy's name? From the PA.
Oh.
He's also getting some heat.
Gayton, yes.
Yes, he's getting some heat.
Because he supported him a little bit.
I don't know if it's support or defended or spoke in favor or something like that, but he's facing the heat and now he's saying that he will accuse him at some court of equality or whatever that is. But it is what it is. But that guy, also, the DA doesn't need this now, huh?
No.
But you know, since it's obvious that the DA got lucky in 2024 in these elections because of MK, they should actually say thank you to MK.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, because if it wasn't for MK in this particular election, the DA would still be the second party as it is, and they would still be sitting out there doing nothing. The fact that they are out here dancing is because of Jacob Zuma. But that DA needs to just watch itself because it's already starting on a bad foot. This particular Ronaldo boy and this Helen Ziller trying to come out here and dictate terms according to whatever things you've signed. Can you take a chill pill
Yeah,
first?
calm down, lady.
Take a chill pill.
Oh.
What's the excitement, man? Jesus. Okay, did you read the clause properly? They say once it's formed, it's not concluded. It's been concluded. Jesus, what's going on?
Yeah.
They're already coming out here full force.
They're coming in hot.
Trying to showcase. That ANC has to be strong there, huh? Because that ANC needs to somehow find it in itself to protect the integrity of that party. There's no integrity right now because they've been full of corruption. But just that name, the African National Congress, Madiba's party that stood for liberation, they need to somehow get individuals in there that remember the dream.
Yeah, exactly.
That remember the struggle to fight for liberation. Not to come in there and allow the DA
to dictate.
And its proxies to come and dictate terms here.
The fact that Helen Zille was already saying something like, if everybody agrees except for the ANC, they still cannot put something into action without the other parties within the GNU. Everybody has to agree.
Yeah, of course.
So, the fact that she's even out there saying these things, it was already meaning that, this DA, they are really out for
on the one end, they are out there they should be out there to make sure that that particular GNU is operating within the boundaries of what was signed, what's binding, what they agreed upon. They should be so. Even if the ANC does some funny things because they are a corrupt party and don't put it past them,
yes,
the DA should come out here and police them and say, hey, what you think you're doing? And vice versa.
Yeah.
Vice versa. But the thing here is, moving forward, the DA is also right. Sorry, the DA is right for saying, who's this PA? Nobody spoke to us about PA. But that's okay for now. But you shouldn't come out and say this now when it's still under construction.
Yes.
It hasn't been finalized.
Yes.
So that Charles guy from the PA who spoke and said, look, it's only afterwards. I liked Charles from the PA because he was there was an authenticity about him to say, these PA, they're very arrogant. They like to think they can come out here and bully people and talk to. They're a very arrogant party. And we've told them. We've told them to their faces. We haven't been shy about this, that they're very arrogant. But moving forward with this GNU, they must know that they can't just come here and start to want to push things around.
Yes, exactly. Just because they're loud doesn't mean that they're going to just get everything that they want.
Just because they're loud doesn't mean that they can get anything they want. And just because they're white doesn't mean that they can get anything they want.
Exactly,
You have to say it sometimes. This is why these people follow us. Because we are real with this thing.
Yeah.
And just because they have money and they work with certain proxies doesn't mean that they can get anything they want.
Exactly.
Money rules the world. They're coming, they were sponsored with this campaign. All that sponsoring, all that money that you spent on your campaigns, and you still get the same percentage as lost elections?
Yeah, man. What?
You've reached your cap. They would have never gone anywhere.
Yes.
They would have never gone anywhere, the DA. That their only hope, they should actually face this music now because their only hope was always a GNU.
Yeah.
Without the GNU, the DA would have never, ever
had a foot in the door.
Would have never been part of a national government.
Yeah.
They are so lucky that it's a GNU. They are so lucky that the ANC lost majority of power because of Jacob Zuma. They had no future but to govern these provinces only and never on a national level. That was their cap. That's their seal.
Yeah, exactly.
What I want to say is, since we are in the habit of always saving the best for last, is the fact that this particular GNU has no choice but to succeed.
Yeah. Oh.
If this GNU does not succeed, the EFF will win the elections in 2029.
Yeah. That's a good point, yeah, because then they're gonna say, we have to give the progressives a chance.
The GNU needs to win, needs to succeed.
Yes.
Or else the EFF will win in 2029. Or if the MK is still around, perhaps even the MK.
Yeah.
Understand? But the major opposition party, the party that now officially represents the people, it's either MK or the EFF.
Yeah.
But for now, it's the EFF. It's the EFF because they are pretty straightforward with the things they want.
Yes, yes.
Because ANC is not seen as a progressive party no more. Look who it's partnering up with.
No.
It's Julius Malema. You see, everything happens for a reason. Julius Malema is how old? Please. I think he's around that 43, 44. Let's just check his age and just say it out here as we construct our sentences so that it hits home. Julius Malema.
Yes.
He's still very young. He's still very young. How old is Jacob Zuma? 82. That's so old. Not so old. Sorry, Baba. You are still strong. I like the way you walked around in Mklantla.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
you're still strong. How old is Juju?
He's 43.
43 is same age as me.
Yes.
He's same age.
Yes.
So young. What is 5 years on top of this? You'll be rocking that 50.
He'll be good,
Yeah,
yes.
you'll still be rocking that
He'll
50.
still be jiving, yes.
You'll still be rocking that 50. So that's 5 years on that it'll be 48.
Yes.
And then the elections after that is he'll be 53.
Yes.
Jeez.
He can still give him a chance, South Africa.
Everything happens for a reason. There's no rush. The numbers are in his favor still.
Yes.
That EFF. Let them continue to forge relationships. Do you know what's so cool about the EFF? It's the fact that the EFF is not restricted or limited to only South Africa. You know they have comrades in certain places in the motherland, in Africa.
Yeah.
I've been contacted by some people from, what is that? I think there was that Namibia.
Oh, yeah.
The Namibia people, there were some EFF members that spoke to me. I just say, hey, what's up, brother? What's up? You know, but they are all over the place.
Yeah, they have people everywhere, yes.
Yes, and they are working on that still to mobilize. Because the image, the vision is bigger. It doesn't just end with being the president of South Africa.
Yes, it's uniting Africa. Yes. That's the progressiveness that we want.
You see these black South Africans that exist now that are so afraid of open borders that don't even want to entertain the conversation. Even when you say economic unity to facilitate trade, at least regionally, first, before we take it completely all over Africa, economic unity, open borders to facilitate trade. You see these ones, they still need time to come to the table to realize if these particular governments now, like this GNU or the ANC, is really truly representing them and fighting for them.
That's true.
So there you go. Take another 5 years with this supposed GNU with your ANC who's been there for already 30 years and load shedding wasn't enough to convince you guys. Let's see if this particular capitalistic side that is now joined this government of national unity will work in favor of your people.
Yeah.
Because those minimum wage, those trolleys will be empty from now on.
Hey.
When you guys want to do your shopping at ShopRite or Pick and Pay, you know, they are being exploited left, right, and centers by these tycoons, and they don't even know it. Even the owners of PEP come from that Stellenbosch. Even Mediclinic comes from that Stellenbosch. Even some of these RMB Bank or whatever comes from that Stellenbosch. Left, right, and center.
Yes.
The richer gets richer and the poor keeps getting poor. Black South Africa needs to wake up. They have no idea how to. We need to wake them up.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's only through arrogance that some of them are coming out here and say, leave us alone. Then why you want to come to us? Don't be proud of the stuff that were established during apartheid, brother or sister. We need some things to come from black South Africa.
Yeah, and this is not something this is not even bad that we want. I mean, we just want everyone to progress. We want blacks to progress in South Africa.
We want our kids 50 years from now to see statues in the Western Cape, in Limpopo, in Molokwane, in Free State, in Gauteng, in Eastern Cape, all over the place of black South Africans.
Yes.
Yes, stand up there. This is a statue of a black South African. What did he do? Economic freedom.
Oh.
You see that area? There used to be an area called Langa. You see this Langa you see today? It used to be just shacks. It used to be just shacks. Now you see those mansions there.
Yes. Now it's the place to be.
And this is not anything on South Africans, but when you beat someone down very much, they get to a point where when you then come and give them a breadcrumb, they appreciate it.
Yeah, people might get used to. Yeah, they get used to the small things.
They get used to having nothing.
Yeah.
Beat them until they get used to having nothing. Deprive them until they get used to having nothing. Are they used to getting nothing? Okay, now go and give them a little bit. A little bit. I said a little bit. There's a strategy here. Little bit of breadcrumb. that person will thank the Lord. They'll thank the sky. They'll get down on their knees and say, thank you so much.
Yes.
I just gave this person only $20, man. Why are they thanking me so much like this? What happened? Hey, that mind has been brainwashed, reprogrammed. And so to come out of that mental slurry, like mental whatever.
Yes.
You have to be willing to come out of that.
Yes, you have to push to get out of that. Want more. Like, don't be so thankful for, okay, yeah, the grass is green. They are watering the grass in the park. No.
That's why I said a lot of black South Africans voted for the DA because they want the low shading to go away. They don't know that that's nothing.
Yeah.
Compared to what they are actually giving to the DA. Nationalization of these mines? Hell no. We will make sure that we will protect the rightful ownerships of these people who own these assets.
Yes.
The South African Reserve Bank will continue to profit the private sectors and its committee. Yes, we will not nationalize this. Why should we? South Africa, vote for us. We will fix load shedding. They come running.
Yeah. They just said, okay, let's just talk to them about what we can fix, the immediate need.
Let's tell them to vote for us and promise them that we will fix that which that affects them. The ones they believe is the only thing that affects them. They don't really truly know the potential of what they could own. Black South Africa. Their land, they've never owned a land in their own life. They don't know what it feels like. Give them lights. Give them water. Free education? Not now. They'll be too smarter than us. Relax with that a little bit. Just the basic necessities.
Yes.
Yeah. And then they'll come out here dancing and saying, why don't you go back to your own country? Why don't you go back to your own country? My friend, calm down, please. Your potential is higher than that.
Yes.
You understand, huh? You deserve free education. You deserve free Wi-Fi. You understand what I'm saying? You deserve more. You deserve more. Not just lights. Don't let this load shedding fool you. Don't let the fixing of load shedding fool you. You're voting on them based on load shedding? Think bigger.
Those are surface things.
Yeah, think bigger. Yeah, because if the DA, if this government of national unity just comes out here and fixes this load shedding thing, they'll think South Africa did very well. This government really made it.
Say yay!
But these are things that the apartheid government used to have. They used to have it.
Yeah.
So that's nothing new. We need reform, something new that really is beneficial to the masses. Something that
globally someone can see, people can see, okay, this government is actually working for its people. Because
and let the black South Africa come out here and testify. Yes. You guys are complaining. As much as you are saying Africa must mind its own business, we will stay here and do our own thing. You guys are complaining about your own way of life down there. Please. These African other countries that you're talking about that should mind their own business are not experiencing as much load shedding as you are.
No.
At your level, at your level, you shouldn't be. And you shouldn't allow it.
Yes.
So, do not think that the African community hates you. The African community loves South Africa. This is why the African community is so vocal about the issues of South Africa. Don't get it twisted. They are here getting it twisted.
Yes, that's very true.
Responding from an emotional point of view. What on earth makes you think that Africa is out here just to get you? In fact, Africa comes there because Africa sees the potential there.
Yes.
Africa loves South Africa. Relax. Relax. It's been ruled upon. Some of them have a sense of humor, so they'll understand. They'll get it. The sensitive ones will say who you think you are. It's just the sense of humor. It's a figure of speech. It's the name. It's Rules Voices.
Yes.
It's Rules Voices. Rules Voices is not bias.
No, not at all.
Rules Voices is out here just to advocate for unity and peace. Let's live together, that's all.
Yes.
We're not out here to say South Africans are bad or Rwandese are bad or who the hell is this one. No. It's about peace.
Yes, we are here to give a voice to the voiceless.
To the voiceless.
The people that don't have the opportunity to say their say. So, complete unity.
Complete
Yes.
unity. Love your neighbor. Oh, do unto others as you would like others to do unto you. Yes, man. It's very simple stuff. If Africans could just realize that they are stronger together, they wouldn't allow these supposed summits that keep happening left, right, and center, where one particular Russia, one particular Korea, one particular Italy summons all 54 puppets, come to us, and they all get on a plane, or sometimes perhaps on a school bus, and attend these freaking summits.
Yes.
What the hell? What's the purpose of the African Union? African Union, please. Do your job. You have to go up there and represent the whole nation, okay? You say union. What the hell? Why is Burundi going by itself?
Yeah.
They're going to take advantage of Burundi up there.
A small little thing.
It's too
Yes.
small. Put him together. We need a government of national unity for the entire Africa. That's what we
Yes.
need. Not
Yes.
just South Africa. What the hell is this?
Yes.
These people. It's true.
Yes.
Jesus. You know, let them go to the summits as African Union. You
That is
understand?
so strong.
That is so freaking strong.
Oh.
And even these particular host nations out there,
They will be intimidated.
you'll be like, hey, do you know, you see those 5 people coming here representing the entire motherland? Do you know how much power that is? You know how much power that is? That's big, man. And they're coming
Yes.
here, they are standing as one. Sorry, what? When you're dealing with those particular individuals, those individuals, they know that I represent Burundi, I represent Rwanda, I represent Congo, I represent South Africa, I represent Malawi, Niger, Burkina Faso.
Yes.
Oh,
They have the backing of all of those African countries.
power.
Power.
Yes. Everybody will be like, hey, African Union is in the building.
That is something to respect. Nobody is going to call anybody a puppet in that situation.
Impossible. And you keep your issues within Africa, within that Ethiopia first. And
Yes.
and for this to happen, the corruption,
The same old song.
the corruption, these puppets, the corruption, man. The corruption needs to stop.
Hey.
Stop taking money from these International Monetary Fund or the IMF. Stop allowing the European Union to give you money. 60%. No wonder the African Union has no backbone, because it's out here accepting money from the European Union. You understand what I'm saying? And then they are summoned. Get on the bus, all of you, on the plane, and come to Italy. Come to Spain. Go to North Korea. Do that. Yes. We'll send you aid. It's crazy.
Crazy, man.
But anyway, so any day now, that cabinet in South Africa will be announced.
Yes. Yeah.
South Africa.
They are waiting in anticipation.
Yes.
Yes.
Of course, we'll be following everything and bring everything and discuss everything when it comes out. These protests in Kenya are no joke, huh?
No.
Jesus. Violent protests rock Nairobi. Our prayers go out to Nairobi.
Yes.
Protests clash with cops in Nairobi.
Whoa. Violent protests.
People are fighting for their money.
Yes.
You will not tax my bread. Bread, we're talking about bread.
Phew.
We're talking about bread.
Daily things.
Talking about
Daily.
transport, man. Daily basic necessities.
These images are not nice at all. Some peace needs to come there. Some realization from our friend Ruto.
Puppets don't get an epiphany, huh?
Hey,
You're
we can
expecting
only
too
but
much.
hope for and
You're
pray.
expecting too much if you want a puppet to come out here and have an epiphany and suddenly come out and start doing things for the people. Puppets just simply need to be removed.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
The people must just stand for what's right, and by the grace of God, that's why I'll look into this party here that says it fights for
The
economic
Kawasaki.
liberation.
What is that? The Kawasaki or what is it? No.
I don't know. No.
Yeah.
I have to find the right name so that they know what we mean.
With Kawasaki, isn't that a motorbike anyway?
Kawasaki. Where did you come up with Kawasaki? Kwanza.
Kwanza.
Kwanza Alliance is a center-right party focused on economic liberation and conservative policies. Yes. Anyway, thank you very much for joining. It's been a blast, as always. We always have fun with it. Sometimes we get carried away and keep talking because it's in us. We don't need to write it down.
Yes. Thank you very much. And please engage with us in the comments. We really enjoy going through the comments, engaging with you. And don't forget, like, subscribe. And thank you very much again.
Thank you. Much love.
Much love.